to have a day like that for epileptics, that means a lot because you know, man, it gets deep for me. It's I mean, I don't need one day to wear purple, but I'm gonna rip it, you know, on Purple Day because it makes you think about people just like you who have to deal with it, who actually have epilepsy. And, in my opinion, it doesn't get acknowledged like it should. So the fact that we got a day, I went crazy, man. And when I tell you I went crazy, it's all in a good way, man. I went to the store, I got a purple Powerade. Um, I had got some mixed fruit Skittles, and they had a lot of purple Skittles up in them. I wore my purple. I was purple up and down. Even my shoes, I had on purple polos, man.
I gotta give me some purple polos.
Yeah, but I was purple because I take it serious, man. Like it's something that's been embedded up in me. Cause this month marks 24 years since I've been dealing with epilepsy. I've been dealing with epilepsy since I was 11 and a half years old. Like,
right.
So, Purple Day, it means the world to me, man. I mean, because it's all that to me. It's all that. It's a day where, hey, I ain't scared to rep nothing. What's up, Lisa?
Lisa in the building.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah. We can hear you, baby. How you doing, sis?
Hi. I heard you talking about Purple Day.
Yeah.
Me and Haley and Michelle. That's Haley. We're out on a walk.
Hey, Haley. How you doing, baby?
I'm good.
Haley,
how are you?
Haley, you got your hair did. It's blonde today. It was not blonde a couple weeks back.
It's pink. It's pink and purple.
I'm saying it's a phone. It's hard to tell. My bad. So
yeah, it looks good. It looks really good. It looks so cute on her. Yeah, really good on her. I'm getting my hair trimmed tomorrow.
Getting it trimmed?
Yeah. So, and Michelle's here too. We're just walking.
Nice. And we also,
everybody needs to be doing this. We all need to be out walking.
Yes. Who's that? Hey, Heather.
Heather in the building as well.
You guys?
What's up, Heather? How you doing, honey?
We're here to talk about Purple Day. We got Lisa here. She's doing stuff, but she dropped in to do that. So, Lisa, tell us a little bit real fast while we got you about what Purple Day means to you.
Purple Day? Yeah. Purple Day. It means the day for me that I am not only advocacy for epilepsy and representing the epilepsy community, but it's also a day to remember Judah and his loss to SUDEP. And so I feel like all the days that we kind of honor and bring awareness and advocacy around epilepsy just in general, like, epilepsy, like National Epilepsy Day, Global Epilepsy Day, Purple Day. Like, to me, these are all days for us to memorialize those and remember those that we've lost to epilepsy. But it's also a day for us to help the living that are still living daily with epilepsy and their caretakers, right? So
absolutely,
the whole epilepsy community. And I spent the day yesterday, Mike, thank you for asking. I moved it. Hyde Harbor, where I put Judah's ashes a year and a half ago. And so Haley and I went down there yesterday, and that wasn't really planned. We were actually supposed to go to a different beach, but then we ended up at Oceanside Harbor, and I was like, oh my gosh, of course we're supposed to be here today. And of course we're in our purple and just representing all things epilepsy. And then just for anybody that, like I know Enrique, you were talking about how important it is to wear purple on these days and others. If you can't find purple and you can't afford purple, you can go to the Salvation Army, and they've got everything color coded. And there is tons of purple there, believe me. So I bought sweatshirts and t-shirts and satin blouses in purple. I bought so much purple. Mike's laughing. I bought so much purple that I literally could wear purple for every single episode of the feed. The next
Me
6
too.
months.
Hey,
Me
do what you
too.
feel, honey. Do what you feel, yo. And Lisa, yo, we really appreciate you. I mean, I know, with it being Purple Day and it's just every day, happen and think about Judah and God bless him. God bless him because
Yeah.
I mean, another warrior who I wouldn't even say he went down fighting. He went up fighting.
Yeah.
He didn't stop. He went. You don't go down fighting, in my opinion. Being an epileptic,
Yeah.
you go up fighting because you don't stop fighting.
Yeah.
I mean, and it just so happens that this morning I got up and it was somebody that was actually in Faces of Epilepsy who unfortunately, they lost their child.
Yeah.
25 years old, they lost their child. They say that they lost their child. And, I just want to give a moment of silence to everybody who may have unfortunately lost somebody, because loss is hard. And especially, everybody in Faces of Epilepsy or any epilepsy awareness group who, they don't want to see nobody go through that. And, to see somebody or wake up and see somebody departed from the body, I know they put some type of weight up on them. I can only imagine that, because I'm not the caretaker. I'm the one being cared for. And, that's something that doesn't put only a weight up on the person who has it, but, from the minds of the people who have to witness that and see that, so I just want to give a shout out in a moment of silence, whenever you want to take it, pray for those people and those people who elevated from the body to the spirit, going up to the heavens, because it's epilepsy is all day, every day. It don't stop. It don't stop. And not only are the epileptics affected, people who are helping the epileptics are affected. It's a whole community. It's not just us, but it's the caretakers too. So shout out to all of them. Shout out to Judah and shout out to everybody who may have went up from the fight, because hey, every day, we never know. We never know. And that's just in general, because when the Lord is ready for us to go, hey, He gonna come get us. Epilepsy is a battle, but you win the battle in the end. Never let nobody tell you that you lost the battle, because you win that battle, because for one thing, you don't have to go through that no more. And us being warriors and whatnot, we don't have that mindset, but in the same sense, hey, you go up to the golden gates, you go up with none of that up on your mind. So just shout out to everybody who, who may have lost somebody, but remember that, they are in a far better place, because hey, we all gonna go sometimes. It's unfortunate in the manner that we go, but hey, we go to a better place. We only up in this body for a good time, not a long time, because it does say you come with the ending before the beginning. So the beginning is starting once you depart from this world, and your beginning is way better than your ending.
Amen to that. We also got Heather on here. We want to give her a shot to talk a little bit as well, Heather. I'm going to jump off cam real fast. I'm right here. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back, guys. Go ahead on.
Okay. Heather, how was your day yesterday, honey?
We had a good day yesterday. All the family and friends. I work for I work for IU Health here in Indiana, and so I had a lot of support from the organization that I'm for, and it was a really good day. I got an opportunity to do some networking and stuff, but then I also had to do some of those hard things that happen after you lose somebody, and so yesterday was not just Purple Day for me, it was also pick up the death certificate day.
Oh,
It was just, but we did it in a way that it was, it honored her.
yeah. Yeah.
And we honor her every day. I feel that, Lisa,
Yeah.
we honor
Yeah.
our ones every day. It's not just on Purple Day. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Other than that,
Yeah.
I was just telling Lisa before we came on today, I was like, it has just been a heavy week.
yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
And again,
I'm
you
glad
know,
to see you guys.
I don't know what they feel like. As far as I can remember, I had a younger brother who doesn't deal with epilepsy anymore, per se. When he stopped having them, that's when I started having them. But I was a little kid, so I don't really know what the caretaker mode feels like. I mean, I know what it feels like to be cared for. But in terms of being a caretaker, I don't know.
Yeah.
I can only imagine what it is that y'all deal with.
I
So
did an interview at work
Yeah.
where they featured me in this values award thing this week, and one of the things we talked about was how I didn't just lose my daughter. I lost my identity as a caregiver, and you don't realize how much of that role, how much of your life that role takes up.
Yeah.
So like for 15 years of my 51 years, I was not just her mother, but also her caregiver. And same for my husband, so we're both like, really struggling with that whole, that piece of that, of who we are or who we were, and trying to figure out who we're going to be in the future. So yeah.
Like trying to get used to not doing the routine.
Yeah.
Like, doling out the medicines in the morning, making sure she's okay. Everything, like it's so hard, and like not having to do that leaves like this weird gap in my day where I feel like I need to constantly be checking on something or someone.
I don't mean to interrupt, but my brother, you know what, man? If you want, man, come to the screen, man, so we can hear you, man.
He's
Come
real.
to the screen, brother. Hey, we would love to see you, man.
It's just
Come.
three of us.
Huh? All three of y'all can come to the screen. I mean, hey, come to the screen, man. How you doing, man?
There he is.
How you doing, my brother?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah,
Well, hey, how's it going? See, that's awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
we always want to hear, because not only are we the epileptics, but we have to show love to the caretakers too, man.
Yeah.
We can only imagine what it is, what y'all see as we go through it, and then loss is heavy, but
I know, I'm very friendly.
I mean, so yeah, if y'all want to continue, go ahead and say what it was that you were saying, my brother.
Well, I was just saying, like, it leaves a weird gap in my day, and I feel like I have to constantly like fill it with something, like either like calling and checking up on my other kids, or spending time like making sure that I'm like there for everything is really hard. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just this, like, it's this weird emptiness, like where it's a constant worry that I'm not doing my job. And I don't really know how to word it properly, but it's.
I think you worded it.
Yeah, man. It's no sense, man. You worded the best. You did well, man. You did.
Like, I have trouble going to sleep because normally, like, she'll have seizures in her sleep, and I'll stay up till like 4 o'clock in the morning with her, talking with her, until she goes to sleep or whatever. But like, I still like I can't go to bed at a normal hour. Like, I literally have to stay awake.
That's the hardest part, I think, for me, is learning how to sleep a normal schedule.
Yeah.
Because for so long you sleep so lightly. So for 15 years, we slept super lightly. We just were always able to wake up at, the strangest noises. And now it's like the house is quiet. Yeah. We don't know how to handle that.
And we just wake up for no reason.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, hey, on account of all epileptics, man, we want to show y'all love. We want to thank y'all.
We love you guys.
We want to thank y'all, because don't never feel like y'all don't matter. to us because you know if we didn't have y'all, besides guys who we have, you know, because sometimes they be up on us so hard to where we wake up and y'all be the first one because we need y'all. We do. We need y'all. You know, it's a team because everybody life that's involved in that, it gets changed. It gets changed.
Yep.
And the last thing you want to see in somebody that you love is for them to go through some type of struggle.
Yeah.
You know, the same way that y'all don't want to see y'all child struggle. We don't want to see y'all having to deal with that. It's unfortunate that it all happens. But see, that's what makes us a team because, you know, sometimes you have to pass that ball to y'all. You know, sometimes a timeout has to come and the point guard has to be the defender and the defender has to be the point guard. So we all work as a team. So don't never feel. And my condolences to all of y'all. My condolences to all of the caretakers because, you know, hey, we're the ones going through it, but we don't see what y'all see. You can only imagine. We don't see. So on account of all of us, I'm giving y'all love.
Thank you.
I'm showing y'all love on account of all the epileptics because I'm pretty sure we all feel the same way. You know, we never want to see y'all go through it because we don't necessarily know y'all going through it. We just know that y'all are going through it in some manner. And we don't want y'all to never feel like, you know, y'all are not loved, we don't care, or we don't appreciate y'all because that's what it's all about. We do appreciate y'all.
Absolutely.
To the highest up echelon, you know, we do because we all need that shoulder to lean on. So, you know, we all have to be confirmed and combined, knowing that y'all got our backs.
Absolutely.
And you know that means more than what you can ever imagine. The fact that even though we're going through it, when we wake up, that person who has our back is gonna be right there. So y'all are well appreciated, and my condolences to y'all, and also my thanks to you all because hey, we love y'all, we do, and we love the fact that y'all love all of us enough to be there through those rough times when we go through what we go through.
Absolutely.
Because not only do we go through it, y'all go through it too.
It's just from a different perspective, really. You know, like I said, whenever I did my episode of the podcast, I might not know what you guys go through. I don't know how it feels physically or even emotionally. But I can certainly empathize. I can't imagine what it feels like to be an epileptic, to have a seizure, to, you know, have that uncertainty and feel like you're betrayed by your own brain or your own body. Like, I can't imagine what that feels like. But I do have a lot of empathy and care in my heart to where I can at least sit and allow you guys to feel seen and heard. Last week, the hangout, you know, I hung out for quite a while on it. And I just thoroughly enjoyed watching you guys talk and chat and talk about all the things that are super important to you guys and relationships and love. You know, like Michaela, she had her fiance, they met in elementary school and they had been together for like 14 years, and she had epilepsy for 15 years. So, you know, they were together for almost as long as she had seizures.
Wow.
And he was an amazing support system to her. So to see that you have somebody in your life who is loving and supportive and who also has seizures, it just, last week's hangout for me was really, really great. And I got a lot of value out of that. So I appreciate you guys just letting me hang out and kind of see it from your guys' perspective. It's super important. I think more people should do that.
Thank you.
You're in the mix now. You're on the team. In fact, I'm dying to get Harold on. I don't know. Maybe he's just like shy. But we also have, who's the other guy? We got another gentleman, newer guy in the mix, and I just heard somebody ding in. Hang on. Boom. Oh, that's the queen.
So weird.
Oh, it's me again. Sorry, you guys.
No, it's the queen. No, it's your show. You come in and out how you
You're
like.
funny.
How you like it, when you
Well,
like.
there's
It's
a
fine.
lost dog that just showed up right here on our walk. So we're trying to like figure out whose owner it is. There's no tags, there's nothing. And what's so bizarre about this, you guys, is literally the street that I was walking on. It's really a trigger for me to be here in Temecula because that's where my son passed away, right? That street that we were on. And I literally just said, because that's where his dad lives. So I literally just said, oh my gosh, wouldn't it be crazy if there were like people, like loved ones that we lost actually are in animals and they're like barking at us because they're trying to get us our attention to like tell us.
Yeah, you know what? I wouldn't even call it weird, you know, because
I know this sounds really odd. And then all of a sudden the dog
really
shows
doesn't.
up, no collar, out of the blue. I'm like, Judah? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it really doesn't, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because you
I know that sounds wild.
the Lord, he brings angels to you in different ways. You know, the fact that you just got to talking about your son, you're on the same street where you said your son passed, then all of a sudden, out of the blue,
So
dog
crazy. He's
barking,
walking with us this whole way. We don't. I don't know. We don't know where he belongs.
I mean, hey, you know, the Lord works in mysterious ways. They could have been Judah, you know, giving you a shout out. Like, what
I
up,
don't know.
mama?
So bizarre.
That's true.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Stop it.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. Just it's so bizarre. I don't know. Yes, you know what? I'm gonna jump off for just 1 second, you guys, so we can put a leash on this dog, and then I'm gonna come back. Okay.
Okay.
Love you guys.
Love you too.
So Heather, I wanted to ask you currently. So you're doing a lot of stuff, you know, and you know you have the other parts of your family. What are you guys doing to, for lack of a better term, I want to ask, like, what are you doing to like heal? What are some of the steps you're taking or processes that you find help you guys in this situation?
So one of the biggest things that we've done is kind of double down on advocacy. Working, I actually have began engaging Epilepsy Foundation again because the Epilepsy Foundation of Indiana kind of got rolled up into like the region. So there really hasn't been a lot of activity in Indiana for several years.
It's the same way down here in Mississippi. So I feel you on that.
Yeah. So I kind of started engaging with them again. Plus I've been working with IU Health. There's no support groups. There's like, it's baffling to me. There's no support groups. So I've been working with IU Health and some people that I know in the neurology areas, so that we can establish a support group in downtown Indianapolis, as a central location for people. I shouldn't say there's no support group. There's a support group, but it's like 3 hours north of us, almost in Michigan.
And I've been working with my place of employment to provide a space.
Yeah.
For said groups to come in, and I work at a community center that's also a church and a school, and they do a lot for our neighborhood. And the whole reason I'm even a part of it is because I believe faith has feet.
Agreed.
Thank you, man.
You gotta do it.
Yeah, thank you, man. Because you know, I mean, hell, the way you look, hell, we know what it is. Let's not get up on here in front. We know what it is. Epilepsy, look, it don't get acknowledged like it should. So I mean, it just don't. It be few and far between.
And I was really proud that my place of employment, Shepherd Community, and her place of employment, IU Health, all went purple.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's what's up. That's what's up, man.
When the pastor found out my daughter had passed, like, he literally shut down the school. He literally shut down the entire building, like, for a week.
Wow.
In honor of my daughter, because he knew her personally. So, like, we built like a real close knit community. We just got to tie everything together.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we're working on now. And I don't, as far as how I'm handling and how I'm healing, I don't allow people to grief eat. And what I mean by that is I don't want I don't answer to how she died. I don't answer questions about, you know, what her conditions were prior to her death. I don't allow people to eat or feed off my grief.
Yeah.
For their entertainment, for their curiosity, for their whatever. I speak positively. Like yesterday, people like saw me walking around wearing purple, and they knew immediately it was for my daughter. And they was like, "Oh, I'm gonna pray for you." And I'm like, "Yeah, you ain't gotta pray for me. I've been praying. I got a gang of people praying for me. What I need you to do is understand and know."
There you go, man. There you go, right there.
And
there you go. That's a bad. That's probably one of the best things you can say this. Yeah, be like, look, you just need to understand and get the knowledge. You know, that's the best thing that you can do, because you know knowledge comes to understanding and wisdom. You know, you can't have the wisdom and the understanding before the knowledge. So you need to learn about it, get the knowledge, so you can receive the wisdom and understand exactly what it is that's going on. So
like when she was around, she would when she first started her advocacy, Michaela would started there at my job because it was a perfect place for her to talk to IMPD, to EMTs, to speak to people who don't know necessarily what epilepsy is. And like she saved people she saved people's lives by giving information to people who didn't know.
God bless her, man.
Absolutely.
God bless her.
Man.
God bless her.
And
God bless her. You know, advocacy is one of the best things that you can have, especially when it comes to epilepsy, because it's a stigma up on it. You know.
Yeah. And when she first found out she had epilepsy, and like when I first found out she had epilepsy, like I was a stranger to it. Like I didn't know anything about it, but because of her, I sat for nights, for months, just reading and learning about epilepsy, how to handle a seizure, how to treat a person after a seizure, like everything, the different types of seizures.
Yeah.
Like everything. I sat and studied just simply so I would understand her and you know, understand epilepsy and understand how I could help.
Mm-hmm.
But it translates across more than just that.
Yeah. But because of that, like, you know, she found out she was like super depressed. She was hating life. People, you know, she didn't want to go to school. She didn't want to face people.
Yeah.
And she was embarrassed. And I was like, look, you can either hate it and let this be a detriment to your life, or you can embrace it.
There you go.
And be empowered through it.
There you go, man. No doubt. It's one thing that I say, that if you're epileptic, you're not a punk. I mean, it won't allow you to be a punk, man, because it's a whole life-changing event, and you have no choice but to be strong.
That's
you
right.
have no choice but to be strong with it. This is coming from an epileptic. I've been dealing with it for 24 years, man. You have no choice but to be stronger. And yes, there's going to be cycles that we go through. Depression is going to come with it, because once you get it, you're trying to figure out why. And then you might go to God and be like, why me? Why do I have to have this?
Yep.
Why am I dealing with this? Then you know, you might get depressed and stuff, because you know it kind of it alters your life to where the things that you used to be able to do, you can't do it no more. Or the things that you wanted to do growing up, you can't do it. You know, me as an epileptic, I've never had a driver's license. I've never been able to drive. Now, have I drove? I mean, yeah, I have drove, but legally, I've never had a driver and I do not drive. I do not drive now. You know, that was me basically, like, you know, like the shirts that they have, like if a left, that's exactly what I was like. Forget it. I'm not gonna let it stop me from living my life. You know, because once you take that that, like, you know, because we go through those stages, but then once you get to that stage to where, like what you said, embrace it. Once you embrace it, it can't stop you no more.
No.
It can't. You know, you got to understand the feed is exactly what this is. We're not letting it stop us from doing anything. This is the safe space. I mean, everybody from the producer, Mike, to myself, everybody that's engaged with this either has epilepsy or is a caretaker for somebody with epilepsy. So it's a unit. It's a strong unit that, hey, epilepsy is not gonna be able to break it.
And one thing I want to talk about right now, brother, and thank you, man. It's brave to do what you're doing. And something that hit me last week, man. My buddy Rudy, the boat. We called him the boat growing up.
Yeah.
I mean, he's pretty much a cholo. If you watch, you can still see he's got cholo-like things about him. Like I used to be a wigga, and I still got wigga-like things about me. I try hard to be an average white dude. You know what I mean? But it doesn't go away easy. However, what I'm saying is my boy Boat was a full-on, you know what I mean? He still carries the stash. He still has to have his flat brim. I'm like, come on, man. But anyway, we have fun. But, you know, there are some, very few, but there are some support groups out there, right? But most of those, are not that we have a problem with it, because ours is too, but most of them are female-led. And I can darn near promise you that right now on the planet, this is literally out of the millions and millions of podcasts out there, this is the only one with 3 men that have been affected by epilepsy seizures as deeply as we have. And we're sitting here talking about it, letting other men know. Yeah, Rudy, man. He was almost in tears last week. That is a grown man, single father, strong dude. I've never seen him like that, ever. I've known him for years. And he was just shocked. And it's just the idea that we have a place to go, man, and talk. It actually makes us stronger and braver than those who just keep it inside, man. So thank you for being here.
I appreciate it. I think the stigma wrapped around men and how we're not supposed to speak about our feelings and how we're not supposed to talk about what's going on and how we're just supposed to internalize everything is pretty much stumped us as human beings.
It has.
Being allowed a space and being able to talk about what you're going through, how you're feeling, the pain.
Yes.
Everything behind it. Like it's a great thing. And this is coming from somebody who recently went into therapy. I wouldn't know is this well-mannered. Or you know, mentally stable. Like but I went through therapy and I learned a lot of things, especially about anger control and stuff like that. And realizing that there's not a lot of space for that.
Yeah, man. And that's the thing right there.
You know, finding a therapist for a man to talk to is 11 times harder than for a woman to go find a therapist to talk to, because there's so many readily available for women. Because, well, I mean, look at all the issues that, you know, most men put women through.
Hey. When you're right, man. When you're right. But
we as men, we choose to internalize everything because we have to keep some sort of social posturing. We have to you know, appear strong to our families and to our spouses. You know, we can't show the weakness. And I'm learning that, you know, showing that weakness it takes a lot more strength than hiding it.
Right,
I applaud y'all gentlemen for being on here, and I applaud y'all for, you know, creating a space where not just women but men as well are included in the talk.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Because you know, as men, like what you said, we're trying to keep that image, but in terms of trying to keep the narrative, we end up hurting ourselves. We end up hurting ourselves. We create health problems and health issues because we hold that stuff in. You know, and it is hard as men to, you know, have that type of space where you can release it and be able to talk, because at the end of the day, we're the providers, we're the strong ones, we're the foundation. And we feel like if we release that emotion, the foundation, it breaks down. But the same way that the house goes through it, the foundation, you know, the foundation goes through it the most. Like, I know I was at Bible study last week, and they was talking about building a house on a sturdy foundation versus building a house on a sand-like foundation. because storms and everything, they're gonna come. Would you rather build your house on a sturdy foundation above the land, or would you rather build your house up on sand? Because we know what happens when sand gets wet. It would be foolish to build your house on sand and expect it to still be there after the rain comes. So, hey,
absolutely.
And
Yeah.
I also learned from my loss when Michaela passed that I lost it. I didn't hide it at all. I ugly cried. I screamed. I hollered. I was a mess, and it scared my family.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It scared my wife. It scared my kids because they see me as a strong one, and they're like, you're not supposed to do this, and like we don't want to see you cry.
Now
like
that's
that.
not what I said.
I know that's not what you said, but I'm just saying, like in summary, it scared them, and they didn't want to see that because I'm supposed to be the strong one. And I looked at them and I was honest with them. I was like, the strongest person I know just passed. She ain't got to be strong no more. I ain't got to be strong no more. I'm gonna let this go through me. And but I learned that because of that stigma with men that that we have, or that role we're cast as the strong one, is you can't break, all this stuff. Like it's not just a man thing; it's a societal thing.
Yes. And sometimes you got to
Absolutely.
say F it, man. Sometimes you got to say society, because when you go through it, don't nobody know. We all go through it, but we all might go through it in a different way. I can't say that I know what you felt, when you lost it, because the same way that you said you lost it, man, I lost my mom 4 years ago from a straight up just cardiac arrest. I heard her and I went 7 minutes and 13 seconds of me walking out the door. My youngest brother called me and told me to come back home. She was unresponsive. And, I'm trying to be the rock of the family. I didn't take the time to grieve myself. So when it finally hit me that she was gone, I made myself sick. I was in the ICU for 9 days. I had about 4 seizures, which caused me to go into the ICU for 9 days, because trying to be, a strong man, a tough man, and I hurt myself.
Yep. It all builds up, turns into anxiety, turns into health problems.
Yeah, yes.
You have epilepsy, and I've witnessed it with my daughter. Anxiety is a quick trigger.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It can be. And stress is my main one. Stress, man, I get stressed out, and the anxiety will come, and then the next thing you know, I think I gotta calm down and lay down and wake my ass up on the floor, trying to get up off of the floor, because I already know what didn't happen, because it feels like I don't have no energy to get up. I just get up. And when I say get up, I'm not standing on my feet. I'm literally crawling back up on top of the couch, because it feel like Optimus Prime just came and knocked my ass about 500 feet away. Like, no, and then I have them in clusters. So chances are I'm having anything from 3 to 5 seizures while I'm asleep. So we hurt ourselves when we do that, because pain is a part of life. Grief is a part of life. And when we do that from a societal standpoint, we're being in the world, and it tells us not to be in the world, because when we be in the world and we go against it, that's when all of the hell comes through. But as men, we stay trying to be those providers and whatnot. But man, sometimes you have to be strong enough to cry. You're being weak because you're allowing what other people think of you to determine how it is that you're gonna live your life.
Right.
And we can't do that.
Well, and yeah, man, and like, if you're any kind of good man, you want to fix things. That is what we do. Whether it's with a screwdriver, a jackhammer, you know what I mean? Just a hammer and a nail and a piece of wood.
Man.
that we want to put things together, build and fix. You know, it's what we do. And then in the absence of that, we protect. You know what I mean? Oh, there's lions and bears. We make the spears and the bows and the arrows, and we go after them. And then after we kill them, we skin them, and we make you a nice coat, and we put food on the table.
And all of that. Yeah, and,
man. Man, for me, I found that I really had to, like, for lack of a better way to say it, I just had to depend on my faith, and I had to look to God. Yeah. Because, man, there's a point as a man where you have to be honest and go, I can't fix everything. I can't save everyone. You know what I mean? I'm doing the best I can, just holding down my house and my family. And that's okay. Because the strength is when you're honest about that and you find other men who come together and like, yeah, man. And then you realize, wait a minute, we're all pretty awesome. And we work together, we can legitimately make a better world. And that's the thing. Is that we are surrounded by everything on our screens, you know what I mean? Are telling us how bad everything is. And to me, it's a psyop to make us feel like we don't have control. Because we put that down and we look around our homes, we look around our communities and know this is where we can make a difference. So I love what you're doing, man. You work at a community church school. You're doing it all. You go to work and you're getting it all.
I mean, I'm all about working for my community. I'm all about doing for my community. I'm all about building community. Not just where, you know, a place where you can walk down the street and feel safe, but where you can actually know your neighbors. Like everybody on my street knows me. They know me. They know me as the graffiti guy, the art guy, the guy who has crazy big paintings on outside of his yard and, you know, paints murals up and down the block. They all know me. And it took a lot of work for me to get respect from my community, like from my neighbors and from everybody. Like I had to put in the work, like go door to door, chase people out. You know, get into fights with
block parties,
with crazy bad people, host block parties, and like build the community that we have. And like, you know, if my daughter, if Michaela was walking down the street and I wasn't with her, there's at least 5 other people sitting on the porch watching her walk down the street and making sure she was okay and made sure that she
community right there, man.
And back.
That's community right there, man. That's community. That's basically the village. Everybody taking care of everybody, man.
Exactly. And like at our church, you know, where I work, you know, at the entrance, right when you walk out, you look up and there's a little plaque and it says you are now entering the mission field. And I take that seriously. Because I'm not just working with my neighbors who are housed. I'm working with my neighbors who are unhoused, who have mental issues, other epileptics who happen to go to the church or you know get stuff from the community center, who live in the community. Like I've stopped police officers from damn near killing a guy because he had a seizure. He fell out and had a seizure on the side of the road, and they thought he was on drugs and he was resisting because he was post-ictal.
Wow, man!
I stepped in.
Thank you, man.
And then after I stepped in, my daughter had IMPD come to Shepherd and educate them about epilepsy.
Yes.
And how to handle somebody who is epileptic, that they're not resisting, that that post-ictal phase will cause them to be violent, will cause them to be confused, will cause them to, you know, not listen to orders.
My guy, you did your homework. You know what you're talking about because you know what? Back then, in old days, and they still doing it. I found out last week that they are still burning. They burning little kids. You know, thanks to Mike Lennon, I did not know they were still doing that. Like back in Africa. In Africa and Liberia, they are burning kids and literally putting them in a epileptic community and just letting them die out and whatnot. Like back in the old days, they used to think that we were possessing demons and we get burned right there. Now, you know, that's part of the reason why I call epilepsy it's a type of divinity, man, because everybody doesn't have it. 1 in 26 people have it, and they have to wake up every day not knowing if you're gonna have one or not, because that shit can pop up anytime. You could be doing well, and then the next thing you know, you waking up and be like, oh, I feel like a truck, or I feel like I got hit by a brick or something like that. Because they come on just like that, and it's over 41 types of seizures. Like, you know,
Yeah.
and people, I'm sorry that your daughter died from SUDA, I guess it was, right?
Yeah.
It's not too many people. The first person that I actually knew actually even had a family member who died of SUDA was Lisa. And I was in the hospital, man, back in November this past year. I was in the hospital for 3 seizures. And it just so happened that I had got up on, I commented twice up in the epilepsy group. And me and her connected just like that. And she told me she had a son who had passed away from SUDA. Now, I had heard about it because one of those twins on the Disney show, one of them ended up passing away from SUDA. So that's all that I knew. But I had never met somebody who actually had to deal with it. Had somebody who dealt with it until I met her. You are literally the second person that I've met that had to deal with somebody that passed away from that.
Man, and outside of just like it happening to me, the only time I ever knew about it was what I read. And the whole time I was thinking, man, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen to her. She's getting better. You know, she got implants. She got medicine. She's got us. You know, that's not gonna happen. You know, I was, like I said, I would stay up. I was on watch. I was on fuck my job, fuck my life. Pardon me if I'm cussing. Sorry, but
you're a guest. You can get away with it.
I lost jobs staying up and making sure that my daughter was okay. I would leave work without even telling my boss or anybody. When I found out my daughter had a seizure, I would leave. I didn't care, and I'm so thankful that I'm in a place now where they understand that.
Yeah.
And they don't care. They didn't care if my daughter had seizures. It's like I didn't have to explain to nobody. I'd leave and I'd come and and I'd call somebody. Hey, I had to go, and they'd be like, all right, see you tomorrow.
That's so important, man.
Yeah.
That is, man. That is, because hey, what matters to you more? Apparently, your daughter mattered to you more than a piece of change.
A job is a dime a dozen.
There you go. You go. Here, you can have your own lawn care service and be your own boss. But when you got that family member, that daughter, that child, that's gonna come on, man.
Yep.
Like, forget all of that. Like, all that that's in the back burner. My baby is literally going through it. You know, if y'all don't like it, y'all kiss my ass.
I will forsake everything. I'll forsake my own freedom. Like my daughter had seizures in a gas station, and the police showed up trying to treat her with Narcan, and I literally stood over and I was ready to box. I told the first officer to jump was gonna catch you.
I hear you, man.
I was the first one to touch her is gonna be laying right next to her.
All right, man. All right, no doubt, man.
Like,
the first seizure I ever had, I was working for a car dealership, right? Like it was like my 3rd day there. And I walk out on the showroom, and it's like we walked out onto the showroom after our little training. And I walk out on the showroom, and it was the last thing I remember. And then I'm waking up in an ambulance. And everybody is like, are you on drugs? Are you on drugs? And I wake up, and I'm like, what happened? And, of course, it was I had no idea. And the cops had gone through my stuff. They had searched me. They'd searched my car. They're like, we didn't find any drugs. And I was like, I don't do drugs. That's why you didn't find any drugs. At the time, I was drinking real heavy. I was like, I'm a drinker, man. You know, like, did you find any beers? And I was like, why did you go through my stuff? It's like, well, we thought, who knows what you were on? Because I had a seizure. Because I had a seizure. You think, and I was like, this is messed up. And of course, they fired me like 6 days later. And I was like, why are you firing me? Because I wanted him to say, because you have epilepsy, of course. It's like, we just don't think. I'm like, well, wait a minute. And then I would have pursued action, but they shut down anyway. You know what I mean? They got bought out. But yeah, it's such a big deal, man. And it's so unfair for people to go through what we go through and not have somebody like you there. And that's why what you do is so important.
It is,
because we get mistreated, man. Folks who have seizures, and you can't stop it. You can't help it.
And it's not just police officers. It's EMTs too. Like a lady had a seizure in our parking lot last summer, and the EMT was just mishandling her.
Wow.
kept trying to talk to her, and she was clearly seizing and didn't have her rolled over on her side. Obviously didn't have any training on how to handle anybody with seizures or seizure disorder or epilepsy. And once she came to, she was in her post-ictal phase, and he was trying to convince her to get into the ambulance. And she was like, she was resistant. And when she was finally sound enough to talk and like understand what was going on, she's like, I don't want to go to the hospital. I don't want to take this ride. And he kept trying to put her on the bus. I was a former EMT, and I know that's wrong. You can't coax a person into a bus and take them to the hospital. You can't do that. It's either yes or no, and if they say no, you leave it at that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
And I had to educate him on the spot, and it was embarrassing for him. But I'm not going to let you. I'm not going to let you take somebody who clearly couldn't afford the ambulance bill, the hospital bill, and all that following, because she didn't have insurance. She was there to pick up food, and she was there to get services from us. And this guy was just trying to make a buck.
Man, and it's funny how you mentioned, and I say it jokingly because I didn't have it for so long that I can joke about it with myself and whatnot. It's not a joking matter, but I didn't deal with it so much to where sometimes I laugh at it and be like, you know what, epilepsy, you can only do so much to put me down, because at the end I'm gonna smile, because man, when I tell you I go to the hospital all the time, and it be for one or two things, because I'm also a type 1 diabetic, but there's this saying that says, from one thing, other things develop. I had epilepsy first, and they told me when I developed type 1 diabetes, because what I knew about type 1 diabetes was that it was hereditary. Now, there's a lot of type 2 diabetics in my family, but there's no type 1. What I was told from it was that basically all of the shaking over time from me having seizures all of my life put damage to my pancreas. And I'm like, what? They was like, yeah, you having seizures, and over time your body just was shaking so much that it created damage. To now I have to take 2 different types of insulin. And like these people at the hospital literally know me. Like when I come up in that stretcher with the EMT, they know I'm up there for one or two things: epilepsy or type 1 diabetes. And then they be asking, oh, they're going to reap. What are you up here for now? What happened? Was it the seizures or was it the diabetes? I'm like, that's a damn shame that the hospital know that I'm coming up here for one or two things. But at the same time, I laugh because I tell them, I'm like, I'm VIP for all the wrong reasons. I'm VIP for all the wrong reasons, man. But I laugh at it, like.
But at least they know you, and
Exactly.
man, that's one thing I wanted to bring up. I don't know if you know, but we always try to have a couple of like comedy videos just to kind of be encouraging on Friday nights. And this one I really like. Enrique's seen it before because he does my other show with me, but it's one of the funniest, most inspiring videos of all time. And what this is four little folks in a relay race against a camel. Now, hear me out. I know. What? You're like, wait, what? I know. But it is. And it's inspiring because it's like life. Because you feel like maybe sometimes you're born a little short of everything you need to win. But if you work with your people, you maybe can win sometimes. And we're going to check this out. Check this out.
Go ahead, Mike.
It's also
like
done the Mario
game.
music.
Oh, wow. Put the Mario on there.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, no.
There goes the camel.
In the camel just walking.
Oh, no, why they gotta do it like that?
Y'all ain't never seen Sonic in human form until y'all seen this. Because he is gone.
Oh, Camel's running. Oh, no. Go, bro, go.
Go, man.
Camel's like, no, you're not going to beat me. Camel's talking smack.
Camel, go, dude, go.
There you go, look, yeah. The 4x4. Yeah, go ahead, man.
In life, sometimes it looks like a camel might beat you. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Look like you looking back talking crap. Like, really, dude? Look, he ready to bounce. He look like he finna take off. There you go. Mario. Oh, he got big.
He was almost skipping, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, get it go!
Exactly.
The little feet are a
Yes. Man, see that right there, that video right there just shows you that, hey, despite your shortcomings, man, you can accomplish anything. Because it looked like to me you won the race.
Yeah, you did. That's what I'm saying. Never give up, man. Sometimes you feel like a midget in a race with a camel. But if you lean on your team and you believe and you work together the way we do here at the feed, you can get it done. And I got one more. This is okay. So how do I say this, man? This is a special one, right? This is a special one because this is one. Okay, I'm gonna say it like this. And this one has strong language, so please be prepared, y'all. But this one is like our get back, right? You know how people kind of make fun of us being having seizures and like on TV and on cartoons, Family Guys, oh, they're having a seizure and they do that. Okay, so imagine if for a quick moment we could give somebody some kind of idea, right, of what it would feel like to have a seizure. Now, you ask yourself, it's cool. You ask yourself, what? You know what I mean? You're like, how would that work? You're like, that's
amazing.
And I agree, but let me explain. This is how you do it. Okay. You make sure they're in an inflatable suit, and then you put fart juice or fart spray in that inflatable suit. And we about to check this out right now. Can you guys see that? Let me make sure everybody can see that.
Yeah, let's see if they want their life after they see this.
This is rather good. This is a little get back for us, in my opinion. So check this out. Once again, strong language, but check this out.
I knew you brought that. I fucking knew you brought that. You son of a bitch.
Look at it. Look, they keep hitting his head on ground and everything. Yeah, now you know what it feel like.
What you put in here?
Look, scaring everybody off. Yeah,
What?
Okay. Super short.
Here's my favorite.
Into a whole ball. Is that Pikachu? Yeah. No thunder shot for you.
Oh my God. Man, when I tell you,
sorry, I'm coughing too hard.
That's great.
That was good, Mike. That was good. Yeah.
Oh.
It's like we always say, you want to live a day up in the life? You sure you want to switch lives for a day? Exactly.
I saw that and I was like, you know what? That is the closest thing. If somebody's like, what's it really like to have a seizure? I'm like, put on an inflatable suit and stand there. I'll be back in 5 minutes. And you're about to know what it is. Like it's it's not exactly the same, but you'll know what it's like. You're like, I'm stuck and I can't get out and this sucks. Yeah. So
exactly. Disclaimer, look, don't ever ask that if you don't want to really know what it feel like. Don't ask that if you really don't want to know now.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Man, I keep asking. I really want to know, man. I keep asking, what's it like to be a billionaire with a private jet? You know what I mean? And like 5 houses. I really want to know. I'm asking.
I really want to know too.
You know what I mean? Let's go. Let's find out what that's like. So.
Yeah, man. No doubt. Man.
Heather, I didn't know your husband does artwork. He's an artist.
He's a graffiti artist. Yeah.
That's so cool, man.
Okay, that's what's up, man.
Yeah,
that's what's up, Heather.
You can check him out on Instagram, Stalking My Living Room.
Stalking My Living Room. Okay, bet.
We will. We can't afford him, but if he ever wants to do something cool, we're down to take it.
Yeah.
He would volunteer it.
I've been
Oh man, well,
I've
hey,
been known to
blessings to him, man. Blessings to him.
Hold on, what's he
Hey,
saying? What's he saying?
He said he's been known to give away free artwork.
all my artwork,
oh,
all
What?
the art I put out on trains and on walls are for free.
Yeah, and that's the good stuff. We can make it tax deductible, but that's a whole other thing. But yeah, we'll work that out if you're. Yeah, man, because art is life. You know, art is
is,
so
man.
important.
Absolutely.
You know,
it is. You know what, Mike? Man, when you write, man, you write because that's one of the things that I used to do a lot. Like I would draw. I would literally look at a picture and just draw it. Like I would literally just draw. And I would show my mom the picture, like be like, "Mama, look at this," and she'd just sit there and smile and whatnot because we're dealing with epilepsy. You have to find things because your mind is actually elevated, whether you believe it or not. Because not only did I draw, I got into college playing a trombone.
Look at you.
Yes, I mean I went to a JSU. Sonic Boom of the South. I know everybody up in the land know my band. Yes. I know y'all know about it. I mean, and that's why I look at it as, although the mind seems like it's tampered with, the mind is actually being elevated too, because hey, you have to force your mind to be strong because your mind is always going through these electrical storms. But in the same way that it's going through the storms, it's getting that elevation to be like, hey, you are stronger than the storms that you go to. And we have to look at famous people who actually have them. But I mean, Elton John, Prince, my boy Lil Wayne, Danny Glover, man, all of them, all those names those 4 names, everybody know who those people are. That's why I don't think. Yes, that's why even though you got epilepsy, epilepsy doesn't have you. You don't have to be confined to it. You do not have to be confined to it. You don't have to be a victim to it. It's gonna have to do what it's gonna have to do to you to stop you. That's it. It's just gonna have to do that. Because it ain't like you gonna stop. I know damn well you're not gonna stop. I'm on here right now telling you, you bet not. You can't.
That's right. Give up.
So the word stop, take it out your vocabulary. No. Just take it out. Because whatever you want to do, you can still do it. You can still do it. I mean, hey, me and Mike team up, and ever since then, we've been making it do what it do. I mean,
accidentally, but we still are doing it. You know what I mean?
Hey,
never look a gift horse in the mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Look, sometimes things don't be accident. Sometimes things be divinely shaped. Me and Mike been up on the same page, and it's actually good to know and be able to communicate with somebody. I deal with this, you deal with that. We both dealing with the same thing. We both got the same mindset to be able to do something for people just like us. Let's make it, as they would say up in Baltimore, do what it do like that. We make it do what it do like, yeah. I mean, I even me and my girlfriend, my lady, just celebrated 8 years on 8 years of being together on March the 10th, and she has epilepsy too. So
Congrats.
and I love her to death, man. I love her. I give her my last. I'll give her my last cracker because I know, hey, we go out sometimes to eat. She gonna take something from off of my plate, even if she order what she wants. Yeah, it's gonna be something. Yeah, exactly, right there. I don't know why. And I get frustrated because she be like, if you wanted something from mine, I would get it from you. I'm like, but baby, look, I asked you to order what it is that you want to order, baby. Because I'm gonna order what I want to order. But what is it about our food that looks so good?
Dude, she hits me with what you get? What's that? That look good. Can I get a little piece? Just a little piece. I like,
me and my wife usually fight because we order the same thing, like pretty much all the time. I'm like,
I was gonna order it, but I didn't know what it was going. If it was gonna be good or not.
Right, I gotta taste it first,
man. Look, she hit with the used car salesman, like Oh.
Man, look, one thing they can't say is that we don't love them. Because if we didn't love them, they would be able to get it up off our plate.
That's right.
And baby, I know you're gonna be mad, but I love you, boo. I love you, boo. You know I do, girl. You know I do. I give you my last shrimp, and you know I love shrimp. That's my favorite. But baby, hey, if you asking for one, go ahead and get two more. Go ahead and get two more off the plate. Don't just get one, because if it tastes good to you, you probably gonna want. So go ahead and get three of them. Don't just
See,
get
I like
three.
that
Get
philosophy.
it.
I like that philosophy a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See.
You got six.
Absolutely.
Let's split them.
She gonna kill me. She gonna kill me if she. Oh Lord have mercy! I done got myself up in trouble, man. She gonna kill me. I love you, baby. I love you, baby. I love you, boo. I love you.
And don't let the tables turn. Don't try to take something off their plate, because
Oh man,
No, no.
Man.
Have fork will stab.
We all know.
will-
We're all like,
will
no.
cut you.
look, I don't understand how they can be, and when you try to take something, which I don't have to deal with that. But one thing I have noticed is women have some type of strength where they get stronger in that moment. So I would not advise a man, look, let her eat what it is that she gonna eat, because you reach in there, you gonna pull back a nub, as they say.
I was just playing one time. She stuck me with a fork.
Man, see, like, yeah, just
I was just
valid,
joking.
just
I wasn't even in the vicinity yet. That fork came across the table so fast.
man.
Don't play with my food.
Man. Hey, love coming in all shapes and sizes, all forks, all spoons,
Right.
all whip. Anything can be used as a weapon when it comes to them. They say that a good man, the only person that he fears besides God is his woman.
Sometimes that's true.
I can stab or shoot even the meanest of men,
look,
but
that
a woman,
part, man, like.
I just want to show y'all. I know what you're talking about. This is a quick video of my lady when she's hungry and we're eating. Check this out.
Can I have some?
Sure, Cindy, go ahead.
Oh God, these are good.
Oh my God, I love
See,
Farley.
man.
For us? I thought you were trying to lose weight.
Lay off me, I'm starving.
Lay off
That
me,
may,
I'm starving.
that may or may not have been me this morning messaging him at 11:30. Like, when are you coming home for lunch? I'm starving. We need to eat.
Wow. We need, so look, that basically meant come on home, I'm gonna fix food, and I'm gonna get some off of your plate.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna eat what I got on mine. Okay.
Yeah, like why were you waiting for him? Just eat.
Yeah, why were you waiting?
Oh, it's like I work from home,
Uh-huh.
and his office is like just 2 blocks down the road. So we always have lunch together every day at noon.
Okay, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yeah, but if you snuck a Butterfinger or what I mean, something in there, he wouldn't even know. You know what I mean?
I know, but I would not know.
I would know.
We had to order lunch today because I haven't gone to the grocery store yet this week. So I didn't want to order something and then order something again. So we'll just
That's
order.
fair.
That is.
That is fair. Shout out to everyone in the chat.
Yeah, shout out
as
to all
well.
y'all.
We got some folks watching. We see you out there. Thank you so much for that. As we kind of around the corner, I want to take a moment, as we're about to call it here in just a bit. And shout out, I hadn't got to see this yet. As you guys know, Fridays are very busy for the feed. But we have I believe it's Brenda Sawatsky in the Faces of Epilepsy group, and she posted today that she lost her daughter today.
Yeah, that's what I was responding to, man.
Yeah, man. And we just wanted to give her that shout out. As you said, the moment of silence earlier. And it just shows the importance of what we're doing. And, I was looking for that post and I, got, and just wow, so it makes me appreciate y'all so much. Yeah. Believe it or not. I really appreciate y'all. So thank you guys for what you're doing.
Y'all, man, because that was hard. That was hard for me to read. Like, you know, and when I read it, as I was reading it, and I was like, man, like that really it hurt me, and I don't even know her personally, but it just hurt because I mean I know what the seizures feel like, but like I said, we don't always know what it is that y'all have to deal with. And then, when the Lord calls us home and it's y'all to the point, I'm like, man, I can only imagine what that feels like. So we do love y'all, and we do appreciate y'all, and shout out to her because like, man, I can only imagine.
Goes out to her,
Like,
so
and you too, y'all too, because I know y'all. It's
I know that
really
hit you, Heather. Yeah, I know that hit you in a special way. And I honestly, in that moment, I thought of you immediately, and then I just thank God because, like, you're one of those people who help someone get through something like that in a way that only someone like you can,
Exactly.
So I'm just very thankful that this group exists. And when I say I'm thankful for y'all, I'm absolutely thankful for everybody in the group. But more specifically, I mean you, Henry. I mean you, Heather. I mean y'all. I mean, for me, just this is what I do. So it's kind of different, right? It's like, think about the easiest way to kind of say it is because everybody goes to a concert and everybody goes to like a local, cool bar to watch a band play sometimes here and there, especially when we're younger. And, so like, this is kind of what I do. I was on a podcast last night, for 4 hours doing a stream. And, there were 3 different podcasters, and there was a guy from Australia on there, people from Boston, literally Canada, and, Indiana, I believe he's from as well, Simple Davy. Anyway, and they all have their channels. And so I do that. And we do, multiple stuff. But, this is the most important thing by far. And what we're doing is so important. It really, really is. And it doesn't exist without the key with this. And I want you guys to know that the key with this is all of us. It's like, regardless. And Enrique will be the first one to be like, yeah, man, like he knows the work that goes in behind the scenes. He knows you know what I mean? Because we talk. He's like, I'm like, give me 5 minutes because I gotta click this and I gotta click that. And he knows, like, and he knows that it's all worth it, and he knows that without a Heather and without a him and without a Harold and without a Curtis and without a you and without a Lisa, of course, and then listen, without this team of people all together. Because not any one person can be in the group 24/7 and producing podcasts and be on these shows and be, for lack of a better term, ministering to their communities about the courage and strength that you can find in this group and community. So thank y'all, man. Like, I don't do that much. I am the grumpy producer. It's my role. It's what I do. Stuff got to get done. You know what I mean? Somebody's got to be the coach and be like, all right, y'all. Yeah, we're going to have fun when we win, but I need you here and you here and XXOY. And you know what I mean? Trip rights on 3. Let's go. But
see, y'all hear the producer thanking everybody. Let us all thank the producer for doing what it is that he does. So again, I don't care how much you might not like it, Mike, you're going to get shout out. Because like you said, it doesn't, without the team, it doesn't work. But let's not act like the team, Mike is basically the point guard.
Yeah.
The facilitator. Hey, you ain't got no good point guard. Your team probably ain't gonna make it.
Right.
You ain't got no good point guard. So on behalf of the feed up on PT Podcast, Power Sports, and every podcast that he does, Mike, shout out to you, man. Shout out. And see, Mike is an example of showing you that, hey, although you got epilepsy, you can still do your damn thing. You can still do your damn thing. You can make it do what it do despite that you're dealing with that crap. Because that's all that it is crap. But Mike is a perfect example of how you don't let it stop you. So again, shout out to Mike. The same way that Mike shouted out the rest of the team, let us all shout out Mike for making it do what it do each and every day. Because Mike, hey, sometimes being behind the scenes, you might not be seen, but hey, people see you.
Word.
People see you, man. I see you.
Legacy. You think about what do you leave when you're gone, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
Excuse me.
And
At
there's a
the end of the
reason why
day,
you're doing it, man.
when y'all's kids go back and watch this, I'm gonna be a part of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a thing. So anyway, regardless, man, we're blessed. Heather, tell the people what's going on with you, where they can find you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We want people to come to you. If you want them to come to you, let us know.
Absolutely. So you can follow me on Facebook as Heather Marks, but we also have Michaela's page that we're transitioning to a different thing, and it's called K-Dub's Courageous Crusaders.
Okay.
Her nickname was K-Dub. So we created it like 13 years ago, and we're just going to carry it on in her honor.
Yeah.
And then if you want to, you can follow me over on TikTok as MC_Gam.
Okay.
Where I have made plenty of very incredible videos about Michaela and some of the journey that we've been on. But yep, that's our K-Dub's Courageous Crusaders. We're also going to do the walk in May as a team under K-Dub's Courageous Crusaders. So we're building that team right now, and I'm hoping that my organization, IU Health and Shepherd Community Center, will both sponsor us. As well as EFI has indicated that they're going to be there to support us as well. So it's, we're trying to do all of the good things. And then as soon as I get information about where we are going to be able to have this support group here in Indianapolis, I will put it out there far and wide, because I believe with all of my heart that epileptics and caregivers of those who have epilepsy need to have a place, a space where they can have in-person interaction and support each other through the trials and tribulations of living in that world. It's different than anything else that I've ever experienced, and I hope that I'm able to do it justice. I'm sure I will. With the grace of God, I believe this is going to be a huge success.
Yes,
You're gonna
ma'am.
kill it.
Yes,
You're gonna
ma'am.
kill it.
Yes, ma'am. No doubt. No doubt. If your husband wants to let us know where we can find him.
What is it? Living room what? I'm looking for it. Living room.
His
what is it?
Instagram, his Facebook is he has two actually. He has it's Bobby Marks, and then it's Dead One, and it's DED1 spelled out, and then he's on Instagram as Stalking My Living Room.
Okay.
Look, it happened when the girls were little, and they had just gotten their first phones with like internet capabilities,
And they convinced me to get
they
Instagram.
convinced him to get Instagram and Snapchat, and he made his, that's him. He made his thing Stalking My Living Room because he was stalking the girls.
Oh man, okay.
Bro,
Got
look at this
skills.
work.
Got
Bro,
skills,
yeah.
man. Yo.
I love that, man.
Yeah, man.
I love that, bro.
Oh, no. Oh, that look like anime.
There's
A new
so
anime
much going
character.
on.
Okay.
Yeah, man. There's so much going on. That's
Oh,
one of those pictures you can look at for an hour. Ooh.
Wow. Yo,
These
that's
are very
Oh,
that's dope.
that's me right there. I love that. That's why I love that. That's very cool.
Man,
Look
ain't
at
that dope, man? That's dope.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. He got skills. You
Thank
got
you.
skills, man.
Ooh. Look at that. See, like I would do that for a tattoo, but I would make the moon purple.
Mm.
Purple warrior.
Yeah, no doubt.
That is,
No
man.
doubt, man.
I love
Yeah.
that.
That's dope, man.
Ah,
That's what's up,
let's
man.
go.
Thank you. Thank you.
Heck yeah.
That's
A
what's
little
up, man.
tag,
You got skills, man.
just to let you know, I still got cred, son. Here's a tag. Don't get mistaken. Nice. There you go. Yes. That's old school with the 80s shorts. I'm with
I
it.
see.
Yeah, that's out. And those are actually stuck out in public. I take stickers and like postal stamps. Those are actual postal labels, like the ones you put on packages for.
Yeah.
So I paint on them and I stick them all over the city.
Well, one thing about it, they know it's you, man.
Forgot to like them. All right. You know what? We'll cruise everything later. I don't want to like hold everybody up while I just scroll through my man's art. Anyway, guys, check that stuff out. Enrique, let them know where they can find you. Talk to me about your Instagram. Do you have it up yet?
No.
Not yet.
That's not my fault. That's not my fault.
We're
That's
not
not my
saying
fault. I had sort of a busy.
No faults distributed. No fault.
No. Hey, I'm gonna get it up. It'll be up by Sunday or probably Monday. That's not my fault. I got a grandfather that I love, and he's old, and you know.
You've had a heavy load lately, brother.
I promise. I love that man to death, but you know, old people, they old. They, you know, you can't tell them nothing. You can't tell them nothing. I love them to death. But y'all can find me on Enrique Willis. It'll be a picture of me and my beautiful mother. God rest her soul. Y'all can also find me on Tuesday nights on Power Sports. Me, Mike, Coach Pat, and Mr. Man, we be up on that. Look, I'm telling you, come up on there and just watch it. It's some of the funniest, oddest stuff that you ever see. Sports. When it's Power Sports, but man, I'm telling you, look, it's the
that
thing.
little the midgets racing the camel is a good taste, man. We did
Stuff
underwater
like
chess last week, and then we did our new thing is scrapyard backyard fights. Like I just discovered it on Facebook.
Underwater chess.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to check this out.
Yes. Yes, come look at it. And
Absolutely.
y'all can also find me on the feed Friday nights. Every Friday nights. As long as I'm in good health or whatnot, we gonna be up on here. Hey, you can find me there, man. And I'm gonna get the Instagram up. So y'all will be knowing about it by next week. I have it up. That's my word. I have it up by next week.
Look at that with the new flyer. Let's go. Man, I do this whole flyer for him. I'm like, what do you think? He's like, how come the E is capitalized on? I'm like, really? Of all, like, I do all this for, you know what I mean? Like, make it all nice and smooth and try to make the lighting work in a certain way and all that. You know what I mean? It's like, none of that matters. There's a
no,
I'm like, I did that on purpose.
Man, because look, out of all the pictures that I sent him, he picked the quote unquote sexy ones. Because when I saw it, I was like, "Oh, Mike, man, you did the thing, man." I was like, "Look, I went number. I was humbled, you know. I was humbled to see, this is our group just doing things, and we all got a picture. It just made me, it humbled me, and it made me feel love to, to even be, a part of something, and actually see my face, and that's not even what it's about, but it's all love. So I promise it's appreciated.
No, I know we're just busting ball. I
know. And I was just gonna say that. Look, Mike just busted me and whatnot, because that's what we do. That's what we do. But man, it's appreciated. Especially that P-Lab with the glasses on. Oh yes. I love that.
Because you have a lot with glasses on, and that's like really the only one I could use without the glasses on. So but see how the colors kind of match? Like it goes from lighter to darker across the screen.
Then you got the actual red. Yeah, I see that.
I'm not like an artist, you know what I mean? Like now I feel stupid. No, there's like a really good artist watching, but you know what I mean? I have no school or nothing. I just, I try to like look up online like what a graphic artist do, and it's like lighting and image, and you want to make it look a certain way, and it's like, oh, okay. So, but yeah, I'm not good. Man. I'm not good at anything.
You know what? When you humble like that, you will say stuff like that. You're not good at anything. See, but people will let you know when you are.
The secret is for me, brother, for a lot of us out there, the secret is to be that Swiss Army knife. You know what I mean? You don't got to be the best knife. You don't got to be the best fork. You don't got to be the best toothpick. You don't got to be the best tweezers. You don't got to be the best, any of that. You just be that guy when it's needed. And you come
be the closer, basically.
Yeah.
Be the closer. Be the closer. Be the fullback when you're trying to get that 1 yard to the touchdown.
I'm putting my closer on.
All right. Do you want to leave us with anything, brother?
I really don't have much, man. But thank you for having me on, man.
Man, no doubt, man.
I appreciate it, and I'm gonna follow you guys on your socials. And
hey, don't be afraid to come on, man. You are now a part of the people.
I'm not really shy, man. I just talk a lot to people all day, and I wasn't really trying to talk, but then y'all touched the subject that I wanted to speak on, and then I opened my mouth, and here I am.
Hey, well, we're glad you did, man.
Thank you for sharing your art, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that part. Yeah, man.
Thank you for liking it. I mean,
hey, man.
I understand, like he was saying, like he feels like he's not good at what he does. I have imposter syndrome too, I feel, you know, like, as I'm a graffiti artist, I've been a graffiti artist since I was like 9 years old. I've been painting trains since like I was 9 years old, and now I'm trying to be like an actual artist, like, you know, painting on canvases and stuff that's not other people's property. And
he said there's not
well, illegally, you know, but you know.
Yeah, I feel you on that, man.
I mean, I paint murals in my neighborhood. I got my neighbor across the way. He's wanting me to paint a mural in his living room, and you know. But I've learned to, you know, make an art crime a way of life.
Yes.
Like, so now it's just an art form, and I get paid for it.
There you go, man. When you do something you love, you never work a day in your life.
Amen.
You know.
That's the artist that says he's learned to make an art crime a way of life. Me as a comedian, I've learned to make a fart crime a way of life. You know what I'm saying?
There you go right there. There you go right there. There you go right there. Look, you're going to always slide them slippers open there. There you go. Right.
But I understand about, you know, having imposter syndrome and not feeling good in a room full of people who feel greater than you, like, you know, and but you get over it. I mean, once you sit around those people long enough, you realize you belong at those tables. And
there you go, man.
Well,
just like me.
Yeah. The one thing that all three of us have, man, and that's like men know, and that's that one thing, man, and that's grit. That's that dog, and that's that man. When the chips are down, there's a kind of man who breaks, and that's okay. I mean, that's who they are. But then there's us. There's the kind of men that hold everything, the weight of everything, and we can put it on our damn shoulders, and we can look clear-eyed and be like, "What do you need?" And that's next level. And we, you know, that's
there you go.
So you are part of the team now, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
we got an official artist on the team. Let's go.
No doubt. Hey, and don't run up on his folks, like he said in it, like he said about cousin, y'all. Don't run up on his folks. You gonna F around and find out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're part of the team now. So, guys, I want to thank you so much. Enrique, I'll let you close them out for everybody. Tell us what you want to tell us, and yeah, man.
You know what, man? Yo, shout out to the people of the feed, man. Shout out to everybody who may have lost somebody. Remember, hey, you have an angel that's up there watching you now. Yo, shout out to everybody who came up in the chat, hanging out with us on a Friday. Hey, remember, this is a safe, brave space, man. So any and every time, if you want to chime in, just come on, man. We're inviting you to come on in. This is the spot for you. Everybody be going out to concerts and things like that. This is our concert. This is our concert. Come out and enjoy and party with us. Because, hey, any and everything that happened, but at the same time, yo, something's going to happen. So as long as you rocking with the feed, it's always going to be something that'll happen that you can actually feed off of.